Hey everybody, Goosebumps for Dummies here, back at again with another video, and today we're actually talking about a summer tin. A Goosebumps retro tin theme throughout summer. So I thought I'd do this to keep in line with the other retro tin videos where I keep in theme of the season that they're releasing in, or that they're talking about maybe a holiday. Like we did a Halloween one and a winter one, why not do a summer one? Because there's a couple summer books in the OG series that haven't been actually found in a tin yet. And yeah, I thought I'd just share them here and see what y'all's thoughts are. Do you think this would be a great 5 books to pick? So let's start off on the bottom here with the most obvious, most easy pick, a camp book. Specifically Ghost Camp. There's 2 camp books in this tin and I wanted to, space them out. I don't need 4 camp books in one tin. That's too easy. I made it a little hard, but if you heard a burp in there, my apologies. We threw in Ghost Camp because, well, it is probably one of the most liked camp books from the OG series. I already know my opinion on it. There's a review coming eventually, probably later this month. But yeah, it's a very low-liked one, and it's a very good book, to be fair. Yeah, it's kind of an obvious to throw this one here, especially since it is a fan favorite. And it's a camp book. Perfect. Now, this next one is going to be a weird one, because this is like kind of that one book that, it's kind of got to be there. I mean, I would throw a camp book in this place, but I wanted to make this a little more tough and a little more interesting than just the easy camp books. There's 4, and none of them have been in a 10 yet. Yeah, we're not making it that easy. And we're moving on to Girl Cried Monster, which is a weird one. Yeah, this book has very little to do with summer, to be fair. And another book that would actually fit better in this place is The Ghost Next Door, but I've already included that in a tin video. I try to keep these fresh and keep old books out of them, just to make it harder on myself when I come up with these ideas. And yeah, I think it would be a great idea to throw this in because it takes place during the summer, there's no school involved, and yeah, it's just a good book. There's a lot of freedom too. This kid gets to go anywhere she wants. She doesn't have any priorities throughout the book. It's just a summer book about a monster librarian. It's a good read too. Another banger to throw in there. That isn't a camp book, because it's too easy. Another obvious pick is Deep Trouble. This one was inevitable. It hasn't been in a tin yet, and it just makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Yeah, Deep Trouble. Pretty obvious. It's water. Summer. Water. Don't you just love going to the ocean, or the beach, or, like the lake, like I have to, because there's no ocean near me. Yeah. And, moving on, we have Welcome to Camp Nightmare, the second camp book in this, list. This is a pretty easy answer. It's a very popular camp book. It's probably the most recognized camp book of the OG series. And, it's a classic, and it's a great one. And it's a camp book, like I said. It makes perfect sense. There is no explanation needed. This one, however, this one might turn some heads. Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes. This one makes perfect sense, and I've always viewed this as some sort of summer-themed book. Alright, it takes place during May, apparently, but it is about gardening and outdoors, lawn gnomes. It just screams summer, like June, May time, when summer's just kicking off. That's what it screams. There are no school-related things in any of these books that I've mentioned here. And, yeah, this is no exception. There's no school going on. These kids are just dealing with gnomes in their garden, which they're currently planting because it is a nice, humid season. It's great to grow crops, and just like the summer, kinda. I mean, you're getting a lot of sunlight, but yeah. Yeah, makes sense. In my eyes. You don't have to agree, of course. Tell me your list below if you have a different one. I think the 4 books, the camp books, are way too easy and repetitive. God, if you read camp books back to back like I did, back, I believe in, like, December, holy fuck, it gets repetitive and annoying. I almost dropped the scores on them because of how fucking bored I was of camp books. Don't read them back to back. They're not fun to read back to back unless you're, like, some camp book fanatic. But, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me your list below. What would you pick as the 5 definitive camp books, basically? And, yeah, of course, for a retro tin, would it fit well? And, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.